Hey everyone, my name is Michelle and I'm a personal stylist from the UK. I wanted to just jump on here really just to talk to you a little bit about why I decided to become a personal stylist, because you never know, it might be the career for you. So, that sounds cringe, doesn't it? So yeah, why I decided to become a personal stylist, it started about 12 years ago actually, when my son was born. And prior to then I had I've always loved fashion the whole of my life. I love trends, but prior to really getting into style and before my son was born, I used to just wear my clothes to fit in with everybody else. I used to follow the trends. I didn't really think too much about what I was wearing in regards as to whether it made me feel like me, whether it suited me, whether it was the right length, whether it flattered my body shape, whether it was the right colours for me, none of that stuff. I just wanted to just wear what everybody else is wearing, look like everybody else, regardless of what that piece was. And that is exactly what I did, and I didn't really think much of it. And then my son was born and I was going back to work and I opened the wardrobe, and you know, maybe you don't know, maybe you know, but when you have children, especially when they're little and you literally can't leave them on their own for any period of time, unless of course they're sleeping, and you still need to have like ears out, eyes in back of heads, everything else going on to obviously make sure that they're safe. Getting ready in the mornings to go back to work from maternity leave, you have to be quick. There is no, will this go with that, will that go with that, does that look like that? And my body shape had changed, I had changed as well. It's a big thing when you have a baby. It's a massive life shift. You become a different person. And when I opened that wardrobe, it wasn't me anymore. It just literally, like, I was quite lucky in the fact that I didn't put on a massive amount of weight when I was pregnant, and most of my clothes, sort of after a little period of time when my body adjusted, most of my clothes did still fit me. Some of them were a little bit of a squeeze, but they did still fit. So it wasn't that I didn't have anything in my wardrobe that didn't fit me anymore. It was that it just wasn't me anymore. And the pieces that were on trend before I got pregnant were no longer on trend. And it is the case of opening the wardrobe, having nothing to wear, but your wardrobe is jam-packed with clothes. And I couldn't carry on. I just couldn't carry on whatsoever. And at the time I'd been watching a programme, I can't remember what it was called now, but it was a Gok Wan programme, and he worked with a lot of women who also didn't really know how to dress, didn't know what they were doing, and he used to make these capsule wardrobes for them, these beautiful capsule wardrobes where the colours all matched. You could choose this, you could choose that, and it all went together. So not only was it flattering on the women, it was worked with them, worked with their colouring, worked with their personal style, and you could get dressed like that in a heartbeat. And I was like, that's what I want. I want a bit of that. I need to open the wardrobe and get dressed in a heartbeat. I haven't got time for this every day. So my love affair with styling started then. I literally researched, I bought books, I just absolutely fell in love with, how do I wear this? Does this go with that? Does that go with that? I sorted out my wardrobe. I pulled everything out. I decided on a colour scheme that I wanted to go with. And if it didn't fit that colour scheme, I put it to one side. I didn't get rid of it, but I just put it to one side. And yeah, I just worked my way through it until I discovered me. And what that did for me was amazing. Like, literally, I say this to people all the time, that I don't think people truly understand how amazing and how epic clothing can genuinely make you feel when you're wearing the right clothes, and how crappy it can make you feel when you're not. I know if I leave the house, if I feel like ugh, then I feel like ugh. If I look in the mirror and I'm like ugh, then it just makes my mood just not the same. I don't feel like me. And why I wanted to become a stylist and start Beyond the Trends is to help women that have been through a life change, whether it being had a baby and going back to work, whether it be that they've been in a long-term relationship and they're starting over, they've gotten a divorce, or even a bereavement, a career change where women just need a refresh. I have also had a long-term, a 12-year relationship, split up, did this same process then. I've had a career change. Yeah, I've been through this same kind of process that I went through with my son when he was born a couple of times now, and each time it has helped me move on to that next chapter in my life feeling like me, not wearing other people's clothes. I think a lot of people can probably resonate with this when you feel crappy and you want to do a bit of retail therapy. You want to buy clothes that make you feel good. It's very much the same principle, and that is why I decided to become a personal stylist, so I can help women who were in that same situation that I was 12 years ago, not only discover their body shape, what looks good on them, what colours work for them, but definitely like rediscover their own personal style. If they didn't even know what it was before, help guide, pin down them, their essence of them. So not only can they go forward and buy clothes which make them feel like the best version of them, they feel like them, not wearing somebody else's clothes, not following what somebody else has said, wear this for that body shape, you're this, you need to wear that. No, it's not that simple. It's one thing to wear clothes that flatter you, and it's another thing to wear clothes that feel like you. And what I want to do is combine those two principles together to help women feel like them, their best versions of them. So when you've been through something such a change in your life, how you look in the mirror and how you see yourself can ground you. If you look in the mirror and you see that person staring back at you that you want to see, not a person that isn't you, that isn't who you want to be, it's so important, and it can really, really make a difference. So that is why, as I said, I wanted to become a stylist. And Beyond the Trends is literally that. I called it Beyond the Trends because it is more than following trends. It is going above and beyond what's trendy, what's on fashion, in order to help women discover themselves again, to feel like themselves, look like the best versions of themselves. And not only that, it helps you save money. You're not going out buying all sorts of stuff, bringing it home, not knowing how to put it together, thinking it looks good on the model in the shop, and then you put it on you and it doesn't feel like you. So it's about learning and understanding what works and learning how to iterate and keep that momentum and get through these horrible, stressful life changes in one piece, with hope, with positivity, and feeling like yourself.